after that, final conclusion. You can understand from the title, of course. So our aim is to analyze the causality relationship between the financial development and the economic growth. We use data between 1980 and 2018 for 5 fragile countries. The relationship between financial development and economic growth progressed by mutually supporting each other, and we have 2 directions for this one. First, supply leading and demand leading hypothesis. Supply leading hypothesis said that there's a causal relationship between financial development and economic growth. This argues creating financial markets and institutions deliberately increases the supply of the financial services, so increases the GDP, economic growth. And the other side, demand leading hypothesis claims that financial development reacts to the change in the real sector. So after real sector, again, we reach the economic growth. It's easy to understand. Also, we all know these things from economic sections. So, as a result, either we have a relationship between 2 of them, or we have no relationship. This is the literature review, approximately 5 years, 10 years, as the USA lady said. BIST 2018 used 16 low-income countries, and he found financial development has a positive and significant effect on economic growth. Ono in 2017 find the demand leading hypothesis, as we found, is confirmed by the period, and the others find that the effect of financial development may differ between the countries due to the heterogeneous structure. Now, these are our variables. You may see the function economic growth is our dependent variable, and the financial development is the main independent variable, and we have also control variables. You see Brazil, India, Indonesia, South Africa, and Turkey is our countries, 5 fragile countries. And by the way, the other one, financial development index, we got from IMF, and domestic credit to private sector by banks from World Bank, and money supply from World Bank, gross fixed capital formation from World Bank, and life expectancy and trade also from World Bank. These are the control variables. First of all, we have 5 countries, so we have to look to panel data. If we have only 1 country and a period, we have to use time series analysis. But we have more than 1 country, so we have to look to panel data. And we also have a period here. So first of all, for the panel data, we have to look the cross-section dependency test. Here we use Prosh-Pagan 1980s cross-section dependency test. I also want to give the hypothesis here so we can understand easier, because the way to look this cross-section dependency, if it is larger than the probability value, it's larger than 0.05. This is in economics also. Maybe for management things they use 0.10, but we use 0.05. If they are bigger than 0.05, we have to accept null hypothesis. If they are lower than 0.05, we have to reject the hypothesis. So you see they are higher than 0.05, so we accept the H0, null hypothesis, so we had cross-section independency. What's cross-section independency? It's a relationship between the error terms. Relationship between the countries. So we found that there are cross-section independence, not a dependence between the countries here. This is statistical finding. And then next, we have to find the heterogeneity test. We use here delta test, again, Pesaro-Yamagato 2008 delta test for heterogeneity. And again, null hypothesis is homogeneous and H1 is heterogeneous. Again, you may see the p-values, they are lower than 0.05, so we reject the null hypothesis and we get they are heterogeneous. We have heterogeneous and independent variables. If we have independent variables, cross-section independent variables, we have to look the first generation unit root test. If we have the dependent variables, we have to use second generation. Now we have first generation unit root test, one of the first generation unit root test, implicit unit root test, and you can see from the probabilities GDP is I0 stationary on the level, and FDI, foreign direct investment, also I0. I0 means again stationary on the level, and we have the others, I1, I mean stationary on the first difference, and the last two variable also stationary on the level. After that time, we are going to find the causality relationship. So causality, we use Dimitrowski-Hurlin causality relationship. So this test said that all variables have to be stationary on the level. So we have to find we have to take the differences of the I1 variables, so we can get all variables are stationary on the level. So we take the differences of the I1 variables, so everything is stationary on the level. At the end, Dimitrowski-Hurlin causal test said that these are again null hypotheses. They said that they have no relationship. If we reject this one, this means they have a relationship. So in black ones, you may see the rejected ones. So we have here, I think, GDP to PSTP and GDP to M2. You see, this is not what we want, in fact. These are the control variables of causality. So what we get, causal relationship between the variables is to be seen here. As a result, there is no relationship between the main things. What's main? Growth and financial development. We are trying to find this one. We couldn't find the relationship between the variables. But however, still there is a relationship between the control variables. You can remember from this part, we said that, and demand leading hypothesis said that if there is a rat in the rail sector, we can say that demand leading hypothesis is working. So since we have a causality between these control variables, we said that demand leading hypothesis is valid in the 5 fragile countries. So also this is the same as the ONOS paper, and we can say that it's okay for our study. Thank you for your listening. This is the main gate of our university. By the way.
We still have 2 minutes. Okay. Any questions?
I said I'm a mathematician, so
I am using
for next conference we can share the
exactly. I'm using a smartwatch, so it will not be. Any questions? If it's not, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dr. Seval, she's going to present in determining the socioeconomic role of energy.